Hello everyone, I've got a Your Creative Studio unboxing and project share to share with you today. I've just opened the box up. I haven't had a peek at the contents. This is the business card which usually gives us clues to what's inside. Looks as if we've got a floral theme going on here. So let's open up the package and let's take a peek. I'm just going to pop this off to one side and just open these. So this is the usual washi tape, and oh, we've got a green floral theme going on here. Let's see if I can open it and I'll give you a peek at what that looks like. Very pretty. I like the fact that that's a nice solid bright colour. We've got a box. Hang on, let me just get a craft knife so that I can open this. So let's have a peek at what's inside here. The box is very pretty, that's for sure. So it looks as if we've got some stickers. We've got this pretty little band. As you know, I like to use the packaging where possible. So that's just got a little crown on it. And let me just give you a flip through of what we've got here. So we've got three of each of the designs. I'll just give you a very quick flip through here. So these are pretty, aren't they? So these are sort of like butterfly themed. I like these a lot. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, we've got a whole heap of these. So let's just pop those back in the box and pop those off to one side. We have a cling stamp. Oh, isn't that pretty? And I'll stamp these out so that I can show you what these look like as well. Are these more cling stamps? Yep, let's have a look and see what we've got here. Another pretty one. So flowers in a watering can. Sorry, I've got horrible glare. That's a bit better. I'll stamp those out a little bit later just so that you can see the patterns. Let me open this, and we've got one of these sort of little bookmark type ensembles. So let's just take that out of the packaging. That's very pretty, and give you a quick flip through. Oh, these are tied together. So let me just show you. So we've got a vellum cover and then loads and loads of butterflies. So this is a floral and butterfly theme. Let's just make sure that, look at that one. Those are lovely, aren't they? Loads of different ways we can use these. We could use them as a belly band, either that way, or cut them out into individual tickets. And it looks as if we've got two of each design of these as well. We have what looks like some journaling cards. Let's open this up. So we've got, let me just get it the right way up. We've got this lovely packaging. You see, that's always really nice to use as a background. Let's just pop that there. And then two of each design. So these are a nice thick cardstock. Oh, and we've got patterns on the back as well. So we've got two of those. Yep, two of each. So I'm just going to quickly whiz through so that you can see. The designs are absolutely beautiful, and I love the fact that you can choose which design you like best because you've got two of them. Of course, you could add to these. We could put a butterfly on this. You could use it to journal on. But we'll have a play in a minute and see what we can come up with. See, you know, how we can use these in my Your Creative Studio journal. Very pretty. Yep, I like those a lot. Then we have this little package here. Let's see if I can get into this. Dream flower season, it says. Let's move my knife out of the way. Dream flower season. We've got this little band on here. I think I'm going to have to cut it though to let's see if I can get it off without destroying it, because again, you know, these are just nice to to use if we can. So we've got this little doily packaging, and again, you know, I will have to come up with a way of using that because I think it's beautiful. So let's just pop that there. And then we've got these lace doily papers. These are really nice and thin. They're single-sided. And again, we've got 2 of each design of these. Very pretty. Lots of different sizes, rectangles, circles, as you can see, squares. Aren't these pretty? I like those. Then we have this package here, green wildflowers. Looks as if we've got another belly band as well. Well, this one's taped in the center, so it's easier to open. Again, beautiful packaging. Nice little tuck, either that way or that way in your journal. You know, I'll find a way of using the packaging as I always do. Now these have got gold foiling on. I think that's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. And how many of these have we got? 1, 2, 3 of each design for these. So let me just quickly show you the patterns. Very pretty. Oh, isn't that lovely? Oh, what a pretty box. Is that one upside down? No, it does go that way round. I like these oval ones. If I tilt it, can you see that beautiful foiling? I like these a lot. I think those go that way round. We've got these square ones. These ones don't have any foiling on. And then this one here, isn't that beautiful? We also have some of the Your Creative stickers. These look as if they are vellum. Yep, they are. So we could probably write on those with a ballpoint pen or maybe stamp on them as well. And then, oh, we've got two more things in the box. Let me just move that out of the way now. We've got the usual pack of Your Creative Studio papers. Let me just make some space here so that I can show you these, to make sure that I'm close enough to the camera. So we've got the usual four different types of paper, 5 different types of paper. No, 4. 6 sticker papers, 6 vellum papers, 6 art papers, and 6 pattern papers. And the designs just repeat for each particular paper type. So let me just show you these. These are the sticker papers I can feel. Aren't they gorgeous? I think that's the last one. And then the patterns just repeat themselves for the various paper types. And then, you know, there's the vellum paper there. And I think there was one more parcel in the box. I think that's the last one. Yes, it is another paper pack. So this one is absolutely loaded with beautiful things for us to use. Oh, that's the packaging card. Isn't that gorgeous? And that shows us the designs that are inside. You see, that would be lovely to cut up and just use as tags. But let me just quickly flip through these. We have 2 of each design. Just put my finger. Aren't these gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful. Perhaps I need to have that a little bit lower down so that you can actually see the designs. These are beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I love this this pack. This is one of my favourites that I've received recently. I just think it's absolutely beautiful. Who doesn't love the floral ones? Quickly show you the rest. I love this one here as well. They're all stunning. So there we go. That's this particular set. And of course, as always, I'll leave the link to this particular set in the description box below for you, together with a discount code. So let me put my thinking cap on and let's see what we can create. First thing I want to do is have a go at using these stamps. Now there's a plastic cover on these, so I'm just going to take this off. They are fiddly to get off, so you might have to fiddle around with these for a while, but they do eventually come off. So those are my stamps. Now let me just move these things away. I've just put all of the supplies in front of me, and first off I want to see how I get on with using this stamp on this paper here. I've got some StazOn ink in jet black, so I'm just going to use this. Let's see if I can attach this to my stamp pad. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, got a piece of tape there. So I'm just going to ink up my image. I think these images, these stamped images, are just so beautiful, and let me just see if I can, in fact I might stand up to do this to make sure that I get it where I want it to go. Just go for it, Nina. There we go. Just press down, leave it for 2 or 3 seconds or so, just for the ink to grab, and let's just see what kind of an impression we've got. I'm just making sure that I'm pressing down. And look how beautiful that is. That's so pretty. I also want to see how well it stamps on this busy background here, because if it does work, I've got an idea as to how I might use this. So we'll give it a go. If it works, brilliant. If it doesn't, then you know, I might have to think again. Just loading up plenty of ink. Let's just see if I can, there we go. Just press this down as well. Just leave it down for a few seconds, just to again make sure that the ink grabs. Then we can pull it off. No, you see, that's too busy. You can't really see. That's a shame. I'm so sad that this was a fail, but you know, nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. Let me just show you what I had planned. I was thinking that I could have this with a focal image on top, and maybe have this as a tuck spot, and pop one of the other little tags inside. I thought that would look lovely, but I just wanted something extra to go on the outside. Of course it didn't work, so what I've decided to do is use this as a background, and maybe we could pop this on top. Isn't that pretty? And I actually prefer that. And then I can glue that down here like so, and then we've just got this little pop-up tab. You know, I think that works better, because am I really going to take the tab outside of that? So I think that's perfect, and I'm going to glue it down. Let's try the next stamped image on this background here. Now this is one of these. It's slightly more matte on the background. Let me just pop this onto my stamp block. Just try and get it nice and straight. And you know, I think it's a really good idea to use the StazOn ink, because it stamps on plastic and all kinds of things, so that I know that the ink is not going to smudge once it's dry. So ink it up really well, and let's just pop this down. There we go. Just go for it. And again, just let that sit for, you know, a few seconds, just for the ink to grab. That should be fine. And let's just pop it off. Oh, you see, that's really nice and bright. Next thing I want to do, I've got the plastic covers that were covering the stamped images. Many of you will have seen me do this thing before, but what I'm going to do is use these. Hang on, bear with me. In fact, actually, let me bring the other one back first. Let's make sure I get it the right way round. I've got my stamped image. Let me just grab my StazOn ink as well. And this is just such an easy way of keeping these out of landfill, and using them in your projects, in your journals, in a really nice and productive way. So hopefully you can see the image. Hopefully you can see the shine. Can you see it there? And what I'm going to do is just stamp this hang on, let me just move these papers out of the way. Might need to stand up to do this as well. And I'm just going to try and line it up as best as I can without getting my arm or anything in there. Go for it, Nina. Again, hold it down for a few seconds just for the ink to grab. Hopefully I've lined this up pretty well. It looks as if I have. And look, we've just got a beautiful transparent image for us to use in our journals. Just set it off to one side for the ink to dry. I'm going to do exactly the same with the other image as well. So here we are, we've got beautiful stamped images on those pieces of transparency that would otherwise have gone in the bin. Again, I've got this horrible glare. Let me just see if I can show you, but those have stamped absolutely beautifully. The thing I want to do is something with this beautiful piece of packaging. I just love this window design. This was the one that carried all of the doilies. I think these were in here, or perhaps no, I think these were. Anyway, what I am going to do to start off with is just use my bone folder just to try and flatten it a little bit. I'll have to take the bottom off. And then I thought that this doily here would just be absolutely perfect to use as a focal image. And I'm wondering whether I could use the transparency of the stamp to add my focal image. I like that so far, but this white cardboard in the background is just too plain. So I have got two pieces of the cardstock. So this is this pack here. I just love the fact that you've got some plain ones as well. It gives us plenty of options to choose from. And I just think that would make a really subtle background. You see, I like that. That looks romantic, doesn't it? Sort of not too busy. I like that there, but is it too plain? Let me just try it with the green as well. So let's just move that out of the way. So the other option I thought was this green one here, which goes really well with the flowers. You see, that's beautiful as well. It stands out a lot more, but is it perhaps a bit too dark? I think I prefer the grey. I'm going to go with the grey, I think. I wish you were all here to scream at me and I could hear you down the camera lens. I hope I've made the right choice. Let me know in the comments section below. Did I make the right choice, or do you wish that I had chosen the green? Now I'm going to stick these down. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use to glue the transparency. Perhaps a little bit of... oh gosh, not 2-in-1, what do you call it? Fabri-tac. Maybe I'll use, or glossy accents even, I think would work quite well. But I'm going to go off camera now and glue that down and trim the bottom. So that's another piece of ephemera for us to use. I've glued all of this down and I just want to show you how I'm planning on gluing this. I've opted for my Fabri-tac glue, 3-in-1. And I'm just going to apply little dots of the glue. Is it going to play ball? Is it going to come out? I did test it a minute ago. Here we go. Just on sort of like the handle where it's going to be hidden, and you won't really see it. So I'm just going to add a few dots like this, and hopefully that will glue really nicely, and then I'll just weight it down underneath a heavy book until the glue grabs. And so let's pop this on, I think about there, and of course this glue will dry clear and you won't see it. Isn't that pretty? I love that. So I'm just going to weight that down underneath a heavy book. I've got one more piece of ephemera that I want to make, at least I think it's only one, and then we can start adding these to my Your Creative Studio journal. But I just think that's so lovely. Isn't that pretty? I really like this little moth card here, and I thought we could try out one of these stickers. So let's just see if I can manage to peel one off, and I thought I could put one of these just down here like like so. Oh, it's already placed now, so there we go. I've got no chance to remove it. And then I've got this little stamp here, and I thought I'd stamp that on there like that. I'm going to use Stays On again. Hold it down for a second or two. I've got a feeling this is not going to be completely straight, but never mind. In fact, actually, it's wonky as well. I wonder, have I got any acetone? Let's see if I can get this off quickly, and then we'll try again. See if this works. A tiny bit of acetone on a microfiber cloth, and there we go. We've caught it early and it's gone. I'm going to try it again, but I'm going to do it off camera. You now know what my process is. Now, for some reason, that just didn't want to work. So I've opted for one of the Tim Holtz ideology chit chat words instead. I've just chosen a simple word, discover, and I'm just going to pop that down just like that. Now it needs something in the top left hand corner. I've got this really old grungy stamp. Woodware stamp seems to ring a bell with me. It's so old, I'm really not entirely sure where I got it from. But what I'm going to do again is try out the Stays On ink. I want a second impression. So let me just try this. I just put a little bit of stamping just in the top there, and I think that's enough. I'm just wondering whether, now that that's dry, whether I can just stamp this on here quickly. There we go, that's done. I think that's enough now. I'm just going to leave it be. I'm bringing in my journal now, and I want to start filling some of these pages with this beautiful ephemera. I've pulled out this to start off with. It was one of the sheets in that beautiful flower pack that we received. I'm just trying to pull it out. I just think all of the images are gorgeous, but I just thought this looked beautiful opposite this page here. What I do want to do is just trim it underneath this word here. I can't even see what it says, but I want to add that to my page here like this. What I was thinking of using some of the washi tape just to fill the top and the bottom, but I just think it's going to be too busy. It's going to be too much, and I just think that will look lovely opposite that page there. This page is quite busy, so I think that will be enough on its own. So all I'm going to do is round the corners. I'm going to ink it as well. I think I'll use walnut stain for that, and I'm just going to glue it on and pop that page back in. And I just think that's a really nice addition to have. Doesn't that look pretty? Rounding the corners has made just, you know, that little bit of difference. So let's ink it up. I've got one of these minis that Linda gave me a long time ago, and I'm just going to just go around the edges like this. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so inspired by this set that I just have bits and pieces absolutely everywhere. I've decided I want to pop this here like so, and I was trying to find a way to put this on the right hand side, but I've come up with an even better idea, so I'm going to have to find somewhere else to put that. I'm going to glue that down there. This is a pocket, but I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to glue that over the top. I've got a little bit of stitching detail here as well, so I will stick that down. And then I've got a lovely idea for this plain page here as well. This looks so pretty. Now I did decide to just glue it on three sides. I've got an opening at the top, which I'm not going to show you because I don't want to tempt fate and for the other three sides to come peeling off. I've got an idea as well as to what I want to do on the right hand page. Now I've decided to mimic the brown paper bag that I've got here and glue one of these on. I think what I'd like to do to start off with is just create a tiny notch at the top here, not too big. Let me just see if I can get this symmetrical. About there, I think that will do. Yep, that's about right. So let's just pop that in the bin. And then I've got 2 more pieces from the pack. I've got this lovely design here. I love this. It's so pretty. That's what's on the back. I think that was upside down, so that way. It really doesn't matter which way this goes. So I'm going to glue this on. I do think that I'll use one of my corner rounders. I'll use the small one. These are the X-cut corner punches. I've got 2 different sizes. I've got this large one here, and this is the smaller one. I think it needs emptying because we're getting lots of debris all over my desk, but that's okay. Let's just brush that off. So I'm going to ink around the edges, I think. And then I've got this as well from the doily pack, and that's going to be my focal image. I think that's gorgeous and goes really well with the left-hand side. Isn't that just beautiful? And again, we can pop something in here if we want to. So I'm just going to ink around the edges of this here, just using whatever ink I've got left. And that's another double page spread done. Isn't that spread so pretty? And I'm sure we'll find some bits and bobs to put in the top here as well. I've got one more simple, very, very quick page that I want to do for you. I haven't used all of the ephemera I've created today, but you know, we'll come back to it. I love this page here with the dragonfly, and I just think this doily with the orange just goes beautifully with it. I love the gold that's on here. It's just so pretty. So what I've decided I'm going to do is just very simply just pop this skewiff just off to the side. I've got the bottom of that page here. So it was the piece that I chopped off the bottom, which I want to use. So I'm just going to pop this on here. How do I want to do this? Like that, I think. And then that can go there, and I'm just going to trim that off at the top. I'll centralize it, and that's just a really simple page. So I'll show you what that looks like once I've glued it all down. I think those 2 pages go so well together, but I just feel that it needs something here. Now we've got some purpley tones in the background here. We've also got some pinks on the opposite side. I found this butterfly. This was from the previous kit, Your Creative Studio kit that I shared. And I haven't used any of the butterflies really from this kit either. So I'm just going to glue this on here, and I'm just going to add just a bit in the centre. That's it. It doesn't need to go everywhere. It'll flatten down on its own anyway. Don't overthink it, Nina. Let's just pop that there. I do need to draw on some antennae though, because I'd clearly cut those off whilst I was fussy cutting. But, you know, I think we've achieved some lovely pages. Let me just show you, I've still got lots of pieces left. I've got this, I need to find a home for this. We need to do something with this other transparency paper as well that I stamped on. We've got this beautiful piece here, this one and this one. These 2 go really well together. So, you know, I will come back. I'm tired now, and I'm ready to call it a day. But oh my gosh, I have had so much fun with this beautiful box. This truly was the box that just kept on giving. I love it. Absolutely beautiful. So let me just draw on my antenna, and then I'll come back and show you what that looks like, and then we'll call it a day. Let me just pick this up so that you can see them. So yeah, the antenna are now on the butterfly. Isn't that a pretty page? I just think the colours go so well together. Look at that gorgeous gold. I love the gold foiling on these little lace tags here. Before I bring this video to a close, I've decided that I just want to add something at the top here. My glue has set now, so you can see that I've got this little pocket. I've also got this pocket here on the paper bag, but I just want to add this. It was one of the wrappings from, I think it was this set here. So I'm just going to trim this down and get rid of the meet you. So we've just got green wildflowers. I think that's really helped to balance the page. I loved this box. It was really appealing to me. I love the colour scheme. It's just seemed really well curated. So thanks, Amanda. That was an absolute joy to put together. I will, of course, leave the link to this particular subscription box, or this particular box, I should say, in the description box below. So that's where you'll find all of the details. I've received a couple of questions in my last Your Creative Studio video, and also received an email, which, apologies, I haven't replied to yet. I thought I'd answer it here first. I've had a look at the Your Creative Studio website, and it looks as if Amanda is doing things slightly differently. Rather than a subscription theme that you can subscribe to, she's now advertising various offers. So for instance, if you buy 2 boxes, you get 1 box free. Buy 3 boxes, get 2 boxes. Buy 4 boxes and you get 3 boxes free. Whoops. She's also got some offers as well. There's a little icon here in the bottom left hand corner, or at least it is on my iPad anyway. So for instance, if you buy the vintage captured theme collection, excuse me, you get the vintage shell themed collection free. Vintage flower theme collection, you get the shell themed for free, and vintage bird theme collection, again you get the shell themed collection for free. So, you know, do have a look on the website. I'll leave all of the details for you, as I've said, in the description box below. So I hope that clears that up. I will reach out to Amanda and see what she's got planned for the future, and if I've got any updates, I'll leave a tagged or pinned comment. So that's it from me for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it's given you lots of ideas and inspiration. Do let me know what you think in the comments below, but most importantly, thanks for watching. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. For anybody who's wondering what's happening with the Daphne's Diary video as well, I will be sharing a video on either Wednesday or Thursday next week. So, you know, keep looking for that one as well. Take care.